I saw a man walk out of a cell.
I would be careful down in 3D.
As soon as I came by the cells, I felt a finger.
And I was watching them and I felt somebody walk up next to me.
I heard a beep, but I want to make sure.
Jenny, I'm kind of nervous.
There was a screaming face in my face.
Oh.
Here we go.
Death row, baby. Death row.
Well, guys, it's time for our next investigation, and I came up with a pretty cool idea. So, the birthplace of Apex Paranormal, it's where our team really was formed at, somewhere we went back to year after year, and we haven't been back in a long time. So, I think it's time for a return to the Missouri State Penitentiary.
Yay! I'm excited. We haven't been there in 3-4 years. I think that was the last time that I went with you guys.
I know I am excited because I hear you guys talk about it a lot and I have never been, so I cannot wait.
Well, this should be amazing. So I think one thing I want to do for sure is try to recreate some of the experiences that we've had there over the years. It's been a lot. Every time we've gone, we've gotten great evidence, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. That place is huge, and I think we'll have some really good luck there.
Opened in 1836 in the capital of Missouri, Jefferson City, the prison kept inmates for 168 years, making it the longest running prison, with 40 executions, including the only double execution of a male and female at the same time, and the prison riots of 1954 that resulted in 4 inmates being killed, over 50 injured, 4 officers injured, and an estimated $5 million in damages. The Missouri State Penitentiary earned its nickname of the bloodiest 47 acres in America by Time magazine. The prison is well known in the paranormal world, having been featured on many shows including Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, and Destination Fear. In 2019, a tornado ripped through the campus, tearing the roof off one of the oldest buildings, which seems to have ramped up the paranormal activity.
We had that EF3 tornado come through here in May of 2019. It took the roof off of 4 houses. And we've had some pretty good activity going on in that building, you know, even more so probably than what we did prior to the tornado. And I was in there with a group about a month ago, and it sounded like somebody picked up a chair and threw it across the room.
Since the tornado happened, it has been different in here. I think we all have felt it. It was not a good feeling, what was happening.
Unit 4, built by inmates in 1868, is perhaps one of the most haunted areas at the prison.
This building was 100 years old when Alcatraz was built.
My favorite building here is Housing Unit 4. Some of the best experiences I've had have been in that housing unit. I actually had a full-bodied apparition. I was with another tour guide, and we had a private group. I kind of trailed in at the end. We were sitting on a bench looking over towards the river side of the building, and I saw on the second floor a man walk out of a cell and just look at us. And she looks up and goes, "Hello," and he reached his arm out, waved at us, and just kind of stepped back. And we realized that he was wearing the white with the gray pants, which is what the prisoners used to wear.
The most haunted areas, I would say, would be a dungeon. If nothing else happened on the tour, something would probably happen to somebody down in the dungeon.
There are even reports of a doppelganger entity being present in Unit 4.
One day I was in here on a very rare daytime tour for me. I had 3 older gentlemen and an older couple, and my 3 older gentlemen were up in the housing unit taking their pictures. The woman was right here just about where that tripod is. Her husband walked out of cell 27 right to her tripod, dropped his duffel bag at the base of her tripod. He's rummaging around looking for lenses or whatever. Then he picks up his duffel bag and he heads back here to the dungeon cells. I stood up to go get him out of the dungeon. He walked through the front door. And I said, "Oh, golly, I thought you were in the dungeon." He goes, "No, I've been outside taking exterior shots for 30 minutes.
Across campus, Unit 3 housed general population as well as death row, where claims of shadow figures run rampant.
We have a shadow figure that lives down there, and he does come out frequently.
We seem to have a lot of interaction. We have a lot of guests that see shadows. We have a lot of times we hear voices.
Perhaps the most intimidating area is in the sub-basement of Unit 3, where psychiatric inmates in the segregation cells were kept.
I would be careful down in 3D because there's something very odd, very strange, and if it chooses to manifest itself and wreak havoc, it may.
When you go down in 3D, it's a horseshoe shape, so you have to walk around, and then to get back out, you have to come back out around. And I had walked around to the back side. There was a group in here, a private group that was kind of doing their thing. A police officer was standing on my left, and I was watching them, and I felt somebody walk up next to me. But as I stepped out and turned, there was a screaming face in my face, but nothing was coming out.
But kind of down in 3D, the area down there, it's a little more up in your face. You've got shadow people that'll come up in your face.
Well, Jenny, here we are, the birthplace of Apex Paranormal, Missouri State Penitentiary. What do you think?
This place is massive. There is so many buildings.
There really is. We used to come here year after year to investigate, and we haven't been back in 5-6 years, so I'm excited to get in here to film Apex Chronicles at this place and see what happens.
Me too. Where do you think we should start?
Well, we've investigated here a bunch. I think we should go back through and see if we can recreate some of those experiences we talked about.
Okay, sounds good.
With such a massive location to cover, we decide to split into two groups to investigate our previous experiences there. Maddie and Shannon head up to the female unit where they experience sounds of footsteps following them in a previous investigation, while Jenny and I head to the general population cells in C Hall where I had previously seen a shadow figure poking around the corner of the cell blocks.
Okay, so I gotta be honest, Jenny, I'm kind of nervous. How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Like I could probably poop myself. I think I feel okay with you, but I don't know how I feel about me and Maddie by ourselves. Good evening. All right, gentlemen. We're gonna come up here and hang out with you for a little bit.
And you see the window?
Mm-hmm.
So he was backlit by the window.
Yeah.
And
Does anybody want to poke their head out and say something?
I guess just kind of keep an eye on it.
Yeah. It sure is hot out here tonight.
How do you guys deal with the heat in here? This is rough.
Am I all alone up here?
Does anybody have an extra fan they're not using? Can I borrow one, please?
Maybe you'd want to barter a cigarette or something.
I would trade an entire pack of cigarettes for a fan right now.
Do we have any takers?
Are you moving around?
I'm sitting still.
Do you hear that?
I don't hear what.
There's like a shuffling.
My feet are planted. Feels like my eyes are playing tricks on me when I'm looking down here. Like I thought I saw something on the second cell down, but like it's not even far down. It was just the second open door.
You saw what?
I thought it was a little bit darker, but it looked like a more solid thing out of the second door.
Like poked out?
Yeah. I don't know if it's my eyes like adjusting or readjusting. That's why I'm just looking at it.
Well, let's go.
Was there somebody in here that was interested in the trade? Anybody along here? Ooh, there's a crack. Anybody?
So where should we put the motion detector? So I'm trying to remember when we were walking around. I know it was on a second floor. So we can put it on the second floor and just spend time on the first floor, maybe? Sure. Okay. We'll put this guy at the end. So just so that way it kind of spaces everything out a little. Oh, yes. It sounded like it came from, like a door. It sounded like it came from the cell behind you.
Really? I heard it behind my bed. Like, okay, maybe.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yes, I did. Is somebody here with us right now?
This is Shannon and Maddie at MoPen Night 1. We're doing a duo session in the women's unit. Right, ladies? So if you guys don't remember who we are, my name is Shannon.
I'm Maddie.
And we were here a good 4 years ago. And the last time we were here, someone had ran up behind us pretty quickly.
Can you make a noise on your door so I know where to go? You want to walk? Let's walk. I'm not sure how you guys did it without some movable air in here. I'm guessing they probably would have opened up these windows. Okay.
Somebody trade smokes for moonshine?
They call it hooch.
Hooch? Little toilet hooch?
Make some good one with some orange peels. Get some noodles, some ramen. You can make lots of good stuff.
The fuck? No way. Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my god. I got goosebumps everywhere and a cold shiver.
Here,
I'm not
switch me.
shitting you. Hold the. Wow, I just might mess up the sound.
Well, they're kind of close to me, but
Okay, I'm not even kidding you. I walked by this, and as soon as I came by the cells, I felt a finger go like this as I was walking by.
oh, did somebody have?
Somebody reached out and was touching me.
Did you like when we were talking about some hooch?
That's got me messed up. I'm not even playing. It's weird being in here, two of us in this entire building.
Yeah.
No guides, no guards, no, just the two of us. It's already intimidating. But I'm not shitting you. I walked right here, and it was a finger that slid.
Huh.
I felt like flesh on flesh. Who just touched me? Somebody reach out and touch me? Dude, that was trippy.
So we set out a few pieces of equipment. There's a white box on the second floor, and it's pointing towards the exit. If you walk in front of that, it'll make an extremely loud noise, but it will let us know that you're here. We also have other pieces on this floor with millimeter. Thank you.
Can you do that again, please? Just so we know that it was you and it wasn't a fluke.
So how did you ladies manage being in your cells in this kind of heat with only a fan, if that, to help you out?
It was very hot in here.
And then what about in the winter? Because I know last time we were here, it was kind of chilly. How did you manage to keep yourself so warm? Do you guys have any notes that you'd like to pass on? Mm. Would you be okay? Are you trying to come out of your cell?
Would you like to take a walk with us?
I just heard something in that cell.
We'll go look. Let's go in there.
Do you miss your family? I'm gonna come in here. Was it lonely in here? You got my attention. We're looking for takers still.
You're an asshole. You guys go however long you want. We're gonna keep going, and we'll circle back in a bit. Maybe jump. One heart's pounding.
We're gonna need a break. We're gonna need a break and get some water after. Hydrate. You guys getting along with your cellies okay? I'm sure you heard me. I'm a jail nurse. Yeah, there's a weed in my boots.
We next decide to send Jenny and Maddie to the Unit 3 death row cells to investigate the claims of shadow figures.
Hello, gentlemen. It's Jenny and I here. Which way did we go?
We went to the little.
Okay.
It makes a big circle.
Oh, that's true. I brought some toys with us, some tools that we like to use to communicate. A couple of them will light up and make some noise if you interact with them. Where do we want this one? The REM pod.
I think it's an airman go down the end and still back.
Oh yeah, that works. Okay. It's gonna calibrate. Maybe. Okay. All right, we're all settled in. Sure. Sure. So you guys feel like coming out and chatting, go ahead and do that now. Come talk to me. Wow. You guys have it pretty good, I think, compared to the women. That unit was hot. I was sweating pretty bad. Did you guys get to eat some good stuff down here? I know Jenny asked earlier if you guys liked like gravy on your potatoes or something like that. If you don't want us here, I understand. You just gotta let us know and we'll leave. If you want some peace and quiet. Were you treated well here? I know sometimes guards could have been cruel. Did you have any bad experiences with them? And it was pretty hot out. What if I talk to the warden, maybe see if we can get you guys some lemonade? How does that sound? You want to move around? Should we walk around a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oof, yeah. Ew. All right, we're doing checks. See if we can stir anything up, I guess. Triggers. Yeah. Doing checks. Everybody good down here? It's time to get some shut-eye. Oh, should we learn some names? Ricky Lee Grubbs for murder first degree. Heath Wilkins. We should ask. All right, gentlemen. My name's Maddie. I'm here with Jenny. We've come for a couple of days to try and communicate with y'all. I've got a couple of tools that we use to do that. You are more than welcome to come out of your cells and come touch the tools, and they'll light up. They'll even play some music for you the longer you hold it. Why don't you come out and say something to us? Let us know that you're here with us today. Make a noise. Is there a Mr. Driscoll here? Look at his name again. Robert. Robert, were you down here just now? Got it? Yeah. Good. Shut it off now. Nicely done. Well done. Can you do that one more time for me? If you do it one more time, we'll get out of your hair. Don't be shy now. You know my name, I know yours. Nothing. It's very still. Sorry, I keep blinding you. I'm sorry. Is there Clendall Sanders here with us tonight? Ricky Lee Grubbs? Come talk to me.
Not having much luck, we decide to send the ladies along with tour guide Jenny down to the notorious Ad Seg section of Unit 3. While setting up for the session, we catch this wild EVP.
You may not remember me because I only hung out down here for a brief period about 4 years ago. But my name is Shannon. And the other lady sitting on the windowsill, her name is also Jenny, but she's Jenny with an I. And an interesting thing about this Jenny is she's a nurse and she works at a prison. So if there's anybody that feels like they need some mental love, Jenny's here to help you out. Who all here believes that they're in here, but they're not supposed to be? All right. Perfect. So, were you just having a bad day one day and they decided, meh, we're going to put this guy in here?
Who got in trouble for making hooch? Anybody?
Oh.
Did you make hooch? Is anybody down here for fighting?
Is the person that poked me in the back the other night? Oh my God, I couldn't even get it out of my mouth. I had a feeling that was through the blackness of all. Did you poke me the other night? Do you want to talk?
You got a couple of us. All right.
That's why we're here. You know that. We don't mean you any disrespect. We don't judge you at all.
If you want to come out of your cell, I can come down there and I can let you hold my hand and then I can help you walk out.
Are you a young man?
All right, I'm going to come sit down here. I feel like I'm too far away from you guys. Because I heard a beep. But I want to make sure it wasn't a motion detector.
Oh,
Ah,
there we go. Okay.
all right.
You like it when Shannon sits down and closer to you?
All right, buddy. I'm here. Let's hang out. I feel like there's a whole lot of people just hanging out in their cells staring at me. Ah, there you are, mister. Is that because I'm right? Everyone's just hanging out staring. We're getting some stuff down here. Yeah, I heard.
Well, you guys have a bunch of ladies now just out here.
I'm hearing movement. I bet you guys are getting pretty tired, aren't you? Mm-hmm.
Man, at my jail, there's guys that they don't sleep well at night.
Oh.
There you are, thank you.
Says quiet
Yeah.
I knew we had a night owl.
With it getting late, we decide to pack up and get some rest for night 2 of our investigation. As we met to discuss the second night of our investigation, we decided to bring in reinforcements to help cover this massive location. We asked our friends Brian and Rochelle from TV's Ghost Hunters to join up.
How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm so glad you guys are able to make it. I'm super excited for you to investigate with us tonight.
Well, thank you so much for having us. We're excited to be here.
Super excited.
Yeah. I've never investigated a prison before, so I'm super excited about it.
I think this is going to be the night. What do you say we get to it?
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
We decide to begin in Unit 3, the oldest building on campus, and split into 2 groups, with Jenny, Shannon, and Maddie covering part of the first floor, while Brian, Rochelle, and myself cover the other side.
All right, guys, my name's Elijah.
Hey. Do you want a piece of candy? You want a piece of candy, light it up. Pack of Jolly Ranchers. You want a Jolly Rancher?
Here you go. Give him a Jolly Rancher.
Give him a Jolly Rancher. Here. Okay, okay. Dude.
Me and Rochelle are here for the first time. I just want you to know we're not here to judge you. We're trying to hear what you have to say to us. You can probably see us down here. There's a lot of equipment. We're spread out. None of this equipment can really bother you. It's a way for us to be able to communicate with you. Nobody's going to go running after you or anything like that. You're pretty much the star of the show. So if you come out, you want to say something, we're here to listen.
Are there any guys that want to dance?
I think a dance party.
Yeah. I know how to two-step.
And if Shannon can't find a partner, I can two-step too. Would you like to see the ladies two-step together, guys? Oh, yeah, buddy.
That was so good, Phil Honest. He wants the two-step. He wants to watch his two-step.
All
Some
right,
two-step
let's
music
man.
on or something.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
All right. We will.
Okay.
Okay. We said we would. Oh my God, dude. I got to get myself put together here.
Oh my God.
My hands are all sweaty. You're gonna be the boy or girl.
Oh my God, go forward. Okay.
What?
What are you doing? There it is.
Oh yeah.
They're both going off. Yeah, we are.
Okay, hey, be quiet for a second. Hey guys, we see you walking around up there, which is totally fine. We want to invite you down. If you're curious about what these strange girls are doing, come down here and check them out.
Oh.
Who's that?
It said lust.
Lust.
Huh.
We just got lust on the ovulus?
Yeah.
For those of you that are on the catwalk up there, maybe you can bang on one of your cells just to know that you can, just so we know that you can hear us.
Fellas, I know you're probably in here for a long time without female companionship. Do you enjoy seeing these girls dance? I'll make you a deal. Did you hear that?
I keep.
Shit. Like there's someone just stood up on that wall between the cells and walked into one of the cells.
Right above us?
No, like a little bit further towards the front, but that was fucking crazy.
That's what I saw twice over here.
So it's your show, guys.
Wow.
We're not concerned about your crimes. We're not concerned about any of that stuff. We want to know about you, the person.
We have some friends down here.
I want to know if you can hear what we're saying. If you can, make a noise loud enough, try to talk.
Can you hear me and stuff? But I'm not sure if I'm actually hearing it. If that makes sense.
Whoa, what was that? That was the weirdest light that just went right above me. It was like dim, so it wasn't bright like a flashlight or anything.
We're getting just a bunch of like movement up on the upper decks.
We're getting interaction down here.
I want to know how you see us. You may be able to hear us, but what do we look like to you? Do we look like shadows? Maybe you can tell us who your favorite guard is. The one that kind of lets you slip a little bit.
Kind of petered out a little bit.
We bring everyone together to investigate for a bit and catch one final EVP.
And everybody move down to this side of the building so you have that side all to yourself. You don't have to be worried or nervous about our intentions.
For our last session of the investigation, we head back to death row with Brian and Rochelle covering one side and Apex covering the other.
This is the side where they broke through the wall over here with that sledgehammer, broke into the cage, went down and
Beat a man to death in his cell.
yeah, with hammers.
Yeah.
Beat him in during the riots.
Yep.
So shadow figures, what do we got down there? EDI all the way down.
We have EDI at the very end, and then we have Mel meter with EMF detector and dome light, and then I have my recorder right after that threshold.
So since big reports of shadow figures, let's try our shadow seeker.
Okay.
And maybe I'll stick it on this side. We got a bunch of stuff down
We
there.
have rods on the other side too. They're in front of the cells.
E-rods on that side. So I'll stick the shadow seeker down here and set it at. And then I guess maybe let's stand on this side and just kind of
Watch.
check stuff out.
Sure.
So where does he want it? Right here? So where does he want it? Right here?
She getting freaked out.
Here we go.
Death row, baby. Death row. Where to?
Yeah. Brian, Jenny, Rochelle, right side of death row. If you can hear me, I'm just here to say this. We're not judging any of you. We're here to try to talk with you. We've set some devices down that'll help us communicate with you. They can't harm you. Nothing that we put down can hurt you. Just want to hear your story. We're not passing any judgment. Are you okay?
Yeah,
What's the matter?
I was yawning.
Okay. So you've heard our names. If we can hear yours, that's perfect.
How do you feel about the living conditions? Brian and I were talking earlier and about the size of the cells, and I thought that they were pretty spacious. How's the mattress?
So, I would like to know your name so I know who I could possibly be talking to.
Come on out of your cells, fellas. The doors are open. You have free reign of the place.
We've come to just hang out and talk for a little bit if that's okay with you.
What do we need to do to get you to come out? Show yourself to us.
There's movement down there.
There's movement, and that was the sound of like a door. Right?
Sounded kind of like a whistle.
Oh, was it a whistle?
That's why I whistled back.
It sounded like a door opening, but they don't have any. I mean, the only doors they have
There's no
would be something
hinges.
like that. Yeah, it wouldn't squeak.
We can hear you moving around down there. Come on and get closer to us.
If you touch one of those tools in the hallway, it'll let us know that you're with us. Then we can get to know each other a little better.
I feel like somebody should walk halfway down by themselves. Did I just see something?
Get after it, Lige.
I know they bring a lot of people through here. Visitors, tours. How do you feel about that?
You want to make a loop?
Yeah.
I'm just going to walk
Make sure
down.
that you know where those things are at.
I got this little audio recorder here. This thing. If you don't know what it is, it doesn't do anything but maybe hear your voice if you want to talk. I will say this, we're not guards. We're not anybody that's going to bother you. We just clearly want to hear what you have to say.
That's us. Setting up the REM pod.
Who's the person that's in charge here? Like the main man that everybody comes to when they have an issue? This is super weird to go through these little bars.
Huh?
It's weird to go through these little bars.
I know.
If anybody's interested in having someone to write letters to, I'm open to the idea. What kind of stuff do you want to read in your letter? Or maybe adding me to the visitation list? Would you be interested in that? Whoever's down at the end of the hall, do you want to come down here? I'd like to meet you.
Do you ever just want people to leave you alone? Is that you? Is that you moving?
What?
Were you moving?
I just sat down.
Okay. Okay, you see how that REM pod works. You can also see that it doesn't hurt you. Could you use that to communicate with us if you can't speak? For instance, if we ask you a question and you want to answer with a yes, you can turn that on. I know you're probably trying to sleep, and we're only going to be here for a short time, so we apologize if we're waking you up. Oh, did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. I did.
But we're... You know what's good about that, Jenny? Heard something, and then just right after it, that thing went off. It's like somebody's walking down there. And I am sure that most people that come in here, they just want to know, can you turn it off, please?
Cool breeze again. Yeah.
With the activity ceasing and the night getting late, we decided to pack up and head out. The Missouri State Penitentiary is a special place to Apex where we had our first ever investigation 10 years ago, and we were so excited to be back. And while the spirits were quieter than in the past, we still had some amazing experiences.
You want a piece of candy, light it up.
So where does he want it? Right here?
And can't wait to get back there again.
Fantastic.